time for what you've all been waiting for. Girl chat.
Woo!
Right? All right. Let's get it started. If you could warn your past self about what was coming in your future, would you? A recent Ask Reddit forum asked the question, if you could call yourself 5 years ago, what would you say? One user joked, "Don't chug that milk, it's spoiled."
Oh my gosh.
While another user said, "Those tacos aren't worth the jail time and $10,000 fine for drunk driving."
Oh, dang.
Dang. So, if the new you called the old one from 5 years ago, what would you say to yourself? I think for me, I would say, just trust your instincts as a mom. You're gonna be okay. 5 years ago, I just had my son, Aiden. He was my firstborn. And I remember reading all these books, like freaking out. And at one point, Aiden got RSV, which is a respiratory viral infection. It was, oh my God, it was horrible. And everything that I learned in the books at that time couldn't help me out. So I had to dig deep inside my gut, calm down, call the doctor, and it's not really a funny story. It's a funny story now, but when I look back, he was the one that was okay. I ended up getting RSV, and I ended up in the emergency room, not him. So he ended up okay, and obviously I turned out okay as well. I'm here.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
So just chillax as a mom.
Gosh, I think the one thing that I can remember clearly was this job that I took, right? So you guys know in our career, right? You hopefully move up in different stages, and I got this job that was like, for an Asian American woman and for somebody in my field, was like pretty high, like, you know, another step, and it was good pay, it was like steady pay, so I was so excited about it. So I took the job, and quickly I realized that the job wasn't what it painted in the beginning. So really what the job required me to be is not myself. Like, it wanted me to be like a talking head, you know, where you just say what they want you to say, you act what they want you to act, you believe what they want you to believe. And I've never felt so suffocated. You don't realize how much you really like yourself until someone doesn't let you be who you are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, even though it was a steady job pay, I took the big risk. It was a 4-year contract, which is nice, good, steady money, but I paid myself out of the contract and I quit the job.
Wow.
The powers that be didn't like that, so I was a little bit blackballed for a second, and it really hurt my career. But looking back now, I am so thankful for what happened, because what happened after I was so afraid of that feeling again, that I turned down so many jobs that weren't me. I was like, nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want to be her. I am definitely not her. And in that got me to where I am sitting right now, where I'm exactly 100% Jeannie Mom.
Oh, wow.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I was going on auditions.
Okay.
And if I could talk to myself back then, I would tell myself to relax, be yourself. And I think I worried about like what I'd be doing career-wise. And if I'm honest, 5 years ago, I got the call that they were trying to do a talk show with multicultural women who had something to say. And I remember specifically going on the auditions for this show and going to eat with Kelly Rowland afterwards and being like, I'm just so nervous. You don't understand, like, no one cares what I have to say. Like, why would anyone care what I have to say about anything? And her being like, everybody has a voice. No matter who they are or what, everybody has a voice. You're just representing a voice out there. And I remember hearing that, and if I could tell myself from back then, I'd be like, girl, you're gonna get that job, and it's still gonna be on 5 years later. So, we're here. Literally, it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years ago, we did the summer run.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
5 years ago, we made a friendship that
I didn't know.
with or without the show, this is life.
This is forever.
It is.
Yep. And I didn't know that then. If I could tell myself then that Lonnie didn't think I was crazy talking to her, if I could tell myself 5 years ago, like, girl, you're gonna be mad tight with the girl from Sister. You know, I didn't know that. Like, that's so awesome. I had no idea that everything would just turn out exactly the way it's supposed to.
Mine kind of goes that way, too, because I remember being a huge Tyler Perry fan. So if I had to say something to myself, I remember back then watching his movies, admiring him, because, you know, he was initially homeless, and he worked his way up through his plays. He became a movie producer, and that's what I actually want to do. I want to become a movie producer. And I remember saying, if I could just meet Tyler Perry, I would have told myself back then, you're going to meet Tyler Perry. I've been at Tyler Perry's house. I I mean, we talk on the phone,
Yeah.
everything. So that's what I would tell myself. It's just nice to know that 5 years hasn't really changed a lot for me. It's gotten better. It hasn't gotten worse. And thank you, God, for that. Thank you so much for blessing me and blessing this table, you know. Well, speaking of phone calls, don't you hate when you're at a movie and someone's phone rings?
Yes.
Yeah, according to the Huffington Post, one place people need to learn some manners is the movie theater.
Come on.
The writer explained that even though everyone goes to the movies, people still don't know how to act, and that everyone in the theater suffers as a result of their rude, selfish, and sometimes even unhygienic behavior.
Unhygienic?
So, ladies, yeah, that's what they're saying.
What kind of unhygienic things are they doing in the movie theater?
Well,
Smell.
I mean,
People
what?
smell and they don't shower and they come sitting right down next to you.
They take off their shoes and they put their nasty
Feet
smelling
right here.
feet right on the back of your seat and you smell it.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah. What are people doing that will take your movie experience from family friendly to straight up horror?
Oh, gosh. Well, clearly you had a foot... That would be really
That's
nasty.
real.
Yes,
If someone
that's
took
real.
off their shoes in the movie theater and their
They
feet
do.
smell like freaking
Yes,
cheese platter.
they do.
A rotten one? No, thank
Yeah,
you.
Cheetos. That's
Well,
what they
I'm gonna
smell
tell
like.
you, if you go to the movie theater in the hood, just be ready, okay? That Magic Johnson Theater.
Oh, that's
Crenshaw, they're my people. I'm
That's
sorry.
like double entertainment. The
That's a
movie
good one.
entertains you and the people watching it
Oh my,
entertain
you like that, Lonnie?
I
You
like
sit
that.
there and they have full conversations.
I'm
I
used
like
to
it.
it now because sometimes the movie is boring, but inside the theater,
Yeah.
you have a good
agree.
time.
No, it's true. And you know what, though? That's not very different from the Asian culture. The
Really?
Asian culture find that they have permission to talk through the entire movie.
Yes.
And they criticize the people. You stupid. Why you do that for? He dumb too. I don't like you.
And sometimes when they're narrating, you know, while you're watching the movie,
Yes.
it's actually better. Their narration is better. I'm like, they should have did that. Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening in the movie. And sometimes they're telling me what's going on. I'm like, oh, that's what's happening.
And then while they doing it, they done brought a whole platter of food from their house. They got cornbread, greens, they got all kind of stuff. They having a feast.
Tam, remember
No.
that one time
What?
we went to a movie premiere?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Jeannie's
Lord. I
movie?
remember.
What happened?
This chick right here, although it
Oh.
looked really good, we were watching a very serious movie.
It was about human trafficking.
trafficking. And Adrian brings in this huge platter of nachos, ground chicken or something. It smelled so good, but it was the way she was eating. She was really enjoying it. And then she looked over at me and she was like, "You want some?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, Adrian!"
Wait, you guys, so it was the movie theater here in LA called ArcLight, and they have a restaurant, but then they also have, like, you know, the regular stuff you get, like popcorn, you know, chocolate, whatever. But I didn't want that. No, I went and ordered my plate of food from the restaurant, and I don't think I was supposed to do this. I took the food from the restaurant
did.
and I brought it into the movie theater,
Yeah,
like
not
a
supposed to
big
do that.
plate of nacho supreme kind of situation. It was awesome, but the topics were so heavy at some
It's like
point.
while literally people are talking about their lives and how they're trying to find their children, Adrian sitting
I'm
there
there
like,
eating nachos like,
Yes.
yes, girl. Find your daughter.
I remember
I'm sorry.
one time I was
Hungry.
at the theater and this guy, he loved Halle Berry so much that
Yeah.
he got up and took a selfie from the screen at halftime. But this the only time I'm gonna get close to her. I'm like, if you don't sit down, that's Magic Johnson. You will
Wait.
have a good time at that theater. I'm
Oh my
telling
gosh.
you, you will
Wait.
get your life.
Okay, have you guys ever done... Well, I actually got in trouble for this. I really enjoyed the new iPicks, you guys.
Yes.
Where you actually can go and order
food.
Yes.
Yes.
Why does everything
You
have
can
to
have
do
a
with food?
drink.
Right.
Okay, but you can also order yourself a drink. You get a cocktail while you watch that movie. You could doze off. You don't have to take
Yep.
your feet off. You don't have
But
to
they only allow you to have 2 drinks.
Only?
That's it, because let me tell you, because I went there, right?
was
feel
that
like I
a rule
possibly
for
have
everybody
more.
or was that a
It's
rule
for
for Lonnie Love?
It's for everyone, because I asked the dude, because I had ordered my first cocktail.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, can I have another? Then he said, no, it's a 2-drink minimum in the theater. I was like, are you serious?
Oh, you got to go to the bar before. You got to get started
yeah.
But
before.
no, but I'm at the movie. That's why I'm turning up in the movie. So I asked the guy next to me, because I had my partner do, they had 2 drinks already for me. Then I went, excuse me, order a drink and I'm going to pay for it. So then I have to go throughout the whole theater to get extra drinks.
Yeah, I'd be mad at you for that.
Like,
I'd be mad
full
at you for
drink
that.
minimum.
Can I just say something, though, on a serious note? I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but if you're eating popcorn and there's lots of butter on it, make sure it doesn't spill all over the place. Because has anyone ever, tried to walk when the movie's over and you try to walk out? You slip and fall on the buttery popcorn?
Yeah.
That's a lawsuit right there.
I know, I almost broke my neck like twice. That is not okay, you guys. Remember, when you eat the popcorn, make sure you put it in your mouth.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All over the floor.
All I want, though, because I'm a concerned auntie, the crying babies, that get to me.
Oh, come on, you're not no better
People
than that.
really take their crying babies to movies?
They take their
They
baby
do.
because sometimes they don't have. That's why I wish they would have like just a little
Nursery?
daycare, a nursery. That would really help out.
There's Mommy and Me. There's Mommy and Me movies.
Really?
theaters. Yes, but the thing is, they
But
only
you gotta
play
take the
like
baby in there.
kid
Those are
movies
not the
and-
theaters I'm showing up at.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It would be nice, especially for single mothers. I think it would help
I
them.
know,
Because they
right?
would be able to go to the night out if they knew that there was like a nursery or something at the movie theater instead of bringing them in.
Or
and
have
they're
you have a
crying.
buzzer like when you go to like a restaurant and you are waiting in the line and then it buzzes, so that if there's any complication with your child, it buzzes just in case. And if it doesn't buzz, everything's good.
Because people
know what?
always bring their kids.
The movie
Yeah.
theater is the only
been.
place that makes me realize that I'm a big fat hypocrite. Because if I'm like, say my phone buzzes or rings and somebody goes, shh, all of a sudden I want to fight you. You don't, I turn around and go, it just rang, I got this. But then if you're in front of me and it's a serious scene and your phone buzzes, I'm like, could you please turn that down?
You say
It's the
something?
way- Yes, I do.
I would never say something. What I
I'm
was going to say
two-faced
was
at that.
somebody told me if I could please, I guess, the light from my phone. It wasn't buzzing.
Yeah,
It was on
just
silent.
turn it down a little bit.
They asked me if I could please turn the light down.
Thank you.
But I don't understand how that affects you.
Girl,
Adrian,
no,
Because you
it's
can
because,
see it.
oh my
No.
God, the theater is really dark. So
Really?
we see you. We see you
your
on
butt
the phone.
sits there looking like you're calling Batman from your phone.
Yes,
Exactly.
you should see.
Exactly.
So
That's
just
why.
dim the light,
Yes.
Dim the
yes.
light a
Learn
little
something
bit.
every time. Here.
Okay, so just dim it.
Yes.
Dim it.
right,
From
that's
movie
all.
behavior now to bathroom behavior, a writer at Elite Daily recently wrote an article about how complimentary women are to each other in the bathroom nowadays, which I really love.
Yeah.
The writer explained that as soon as she walks through those bathroom doors, some type of magic happens, and this is true. She's immediately met with ladies loving on her lipstick, complimenting her outfits, as well as complete strangers serving piping hot tea about their lives.
Ooh.
So ladies, what is it about the bathroom that makes us women so nice to each other?
I think it depends on the bathroom.
This is true.
It's true. Yes.
Because if it's not nice, you just want to get
Yeah,
up
you
out of
just
there.
wanna get in and
At
get
the
up out of there.
airport, no one is being nice. No one is looking
No.
at you.
But everybody's
People trying to
tired.
skip.
Yeah.
You go to a nice hotel though, and it's a really nice bathroom.
No, it's
you
the
feel
bathrooms
good.
at clubs. Like at the club, women are like, "You look cute." Oh my God!
Because everybody's
look like
drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
We in there like,
Yeah.
we all need help. It's like, girl, check me out, I'll check you out. Make sure you're not
Yes.
leaving here with your track showing. Like, we got to look out for each other at the club.
Yeah, and it's women. It feels like for that short time that it's just like a little club of just women.
Yeah.
And we all feeling good and we all looking good and
Yes.
sexy. I think that's what it is. It's a whole mood and a vibe. Plus we drunk.
But yes. Now, the only thing that bothers me though is when that goes down at the club bathrooms. Why is it that every club bathroom, you got the dude line that's like 2 deep at most?
I
The
know.
women's line is all the way down to the next parking
Because they
lot.
don't put in
That
the...
sucks.
It's why do girls take so long?
Because we so busy talking and complimenting. If y'all would go
Or
in and
fixing
do
our
your
makeup
duty and come back
afterwards.
out, we'd be
Yes.
all right,
I
Yeah.
like the bathrooms that have it separate, where you actually are going to
Wash your hands and do
use the-
everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That.
The divide, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
But they have it separate where, like, if you're just going to do your makeup,
Like
it's
the
just like
vanity.
mirrors and
Yes.
like a vanity section
Yes.
that I prefer because maybe I don't have to pee and I just want to fix my lipstick, so I don't need to wait in this long line just to look in the mirror.
I just, Bogart then, if that's the case.
do?
Excuse me.
But I was low-key offended by this because I was like, wait, no one ever talks to me in bathrooms.
Really?
don't?
Really?
No.
Maybe
like,
they don't notice you. Because you're so short. That's what I mean. No, that is
could
not
be.
shade.